What is your purpose? If you don't know what your purpose is, are you leading your life with purpose to find out what that purpose is? Meaning, are you being intentional about the life that you are living? Or are you just simply roaming through life, doing what you were told to do, doing what society says you should be doing what everybody else is doing? And we all know that most people are relatively unhappy, unfulfilled. So doing what other people are doing is probably not the best thing for you. Following the group, following those who are unhappy, unsuccessful, miserable is not the path for you. But leading, that's another thing. You want to lead. You want to lead your life. You want to be focused in on purpose. You want to be focused in on living a purpose-driven life. And the only way to do that is to lead your life. You must have a clarity as to purpose. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to know what your purpose is. It can simply just mean that your purpose is to understand that purpose, is to discover your purpose. It means that you're just intentional about living life to the fullest, living life the best way you know how. Now, I'm not talking about simply just throwing everything all away, throwing away all your responsibilities, and just doing random things here and there, as a means of, living life to the fullest and just living moment to moment. Now, you can do that, but that's not what I'm suggesting, so to speak. What I'm suggesting is you find a balance of all of it. Don't feel like you have to do one thing or another. Recognize that the universe is infinite. You are infinite. And so therefore you can have infinite options. You can have it all. So recognize that. And when you do, then that begins to open up the possibilities of living with purpose, living a life with a sense of clarity that there is something to do here. There is something for you to create for yourself and for the collective, for the universe. So your job is to be a conscious leader and leading yourself toward discovering life, not just simply existing in life, but a sense of thriving, moving through life with a sense of adventure, a sense of joy, a sense of curiosity, passion, to explore, to wonder about life, the world that we are living in, the connections with other people. So your job here, though there is something specific about why you are here and what you're here to do, in general, though, there's joy, there's play. It's time for us here in this realm to have fun while on the journey of recognizing and coming into self-realization as to who you really are, which is a creator, which is a divine spark from the creator. So you must understand the importance of this, and then bringing to it a sense of vision, bringing to it a sense of taking everything that you're learning on this journey, collecting information, data from self-awareness, from experiences, from knowing what you don't want, and by that, understanding what you do want, and then coming into an understanding and a true vision of your purpose. Because that's what you do. From a child up, you collect these experiences, this knowledge, this wisdom to direct you, to help you gain clarity as to what you are here to do. People just don't wake up, right? People are just not simply born with this understanding. It's something that we figure out. And so when living, right, purpose-driven, if you haven't figured it out yet, then your purpose is to figure it out. And then once you figure it out, then it is about executing and making it happen. So you have to understand the importance of clarity and this universal laws or principles of growth, right? Which is to simply live, gain insight, gain experiences, right? Make some mistakes, maybe make a lot of mistakes, but really they aren't mistakes at all because they are giving you the insight, the wisdom, the lessons needed for you to gain clarity. So it's a very important thing, a very interesting loop of you must be clear, right? To move forward with intention, have experiences to gain more clarity, right? So clarity equals more clarity. But you must understand that the process is the process and you just have to trust it, allow for it. The more you avoid making mistakes, the more you hide, the more you lack the courageous insights and the ability to like just simply move and try new things and apply new things, then it's going to slow your process down. And that's life that you are essentially wasting, right? Because we don't have that much time here in this realm in your body. So it is important for you to, yes, not rush through things and jump from one thing to another simply because life is short. You want to practice mindfulness, presence. You want to really put in the work to enjoy something, right? To savor it, to savor the experience, but then recognizing, okay, it's time for me to transition to another concept, idea, passion, curiosity. And so when we talk about leading, being a conscious leader of your life, we're talking about the ability to essentially connect with yourself on a very deep level and allow yourself to be that kid-like character, right? And where you can just simply play. Because I know life, we often are told these are the things that we have to do. These are our responsibilities. These are the expectations. And we accept it, receive it, and then we beat ourselves up with it, not recognizing that there is something else. There is an authentic purpose, desire, passion hiding within us, right? Being pushed down by society, by the paradigms and the limiting beliefs. And so you have to really recognize that, okay, I have to trust in my consciousness, the part of me that is in charge, that is the leader in this journey. And if you are not trusting your leader, then it's going to result in you ruining it for the whole entire team, right? Ruining it for all aspects of who you are. And so you have to recognize the connection of understanding this journey toward recognizing your unique purpose. Be patient, be present, right? But have fun because that is the point. It's like part of our lives, maybe half of our lives, is about the game of learning the game, right? The game of learning what your purpose is, the game of figuring out what your purpose is. All right. And there is no coincidence that for many people, especially when we talk money, billionaires, millionaires, successful people, they don't figure it out until maybe 40, 50 years old. Right. But after that, then they enjoy life, right? After that, they kind of come into a understanding as what their purpose is. And then they just kind of they just kind of focus on that, right? They double down on that. Whereas for us in society, we are told by the time you're 21, by the time you finish college, you're supposed to have it all figured out. And some of us and most of us believe that, right? But things are shifting because all of us are starting to recognize that it's all bull. That the most important concept of success and understanding is allowing your insights, your consciousness, your intuition, your desires to actually express itself, to blossom, to come out, right? To lead you through. So follow right? This journey of the first stages of life with the understanding that you're going to figure it out, right? You're going to figure it out. So have fun figuring it out. In fact, the more fun you have, the more likely you're going to figure it out even quicker. When we live in a space where we are confined and we are simply surviving and we are stuck and we have this scarce mentality and we're not stepping out of the comfort zones of our environment, our home situation, the information we consume, if we're not stepping out of the boundaries of what our culture is supposed to do, what our race is known for, what our gender is known for, then we essentially prevent ourselves from experiencing truth. So when you step out of those boxes, then you step into the infinite realm of the possibility and the understanding as to who you are and what you're here to do. So I need you to break free of all those things. And sometimes it takes half our lives to do so, right? But the sooner you break free from those things, the sooner you can come into your purpose. The sooner you can come into recognizing how to inspire yourself, right? To move forward and be inspired in life, to be happy, but also to inspire others. And that's the beauty of being a spiritual leader, is that initially spiritual leadership is focused within, is focused on you leading yourself, right? Through the obstacles, through the tests, the challenges, the path of recognizing and understanding who you are. And then once you've come to that understanding, then you are inspiring others because you have gone through what I call the 3 stages of knowledge, right? You've gone through the questioning. You have gone through the stage of knowing, right? Where you study something. And finally, you are at the stage of being that thing. And when you are being that thing, you don't have to preach it. You don't have to go out there and intentionally teach it to other people. You don't have to tell people what you know. You just simply are yourself. And that is what allows people to gravitate toward you. That allows you to attract people toward you, and they look at you with a sense of honor, respect, right? Joy, excitement. Because from you, they see the potentiality of themselves. Many people don't know it yet, but that's the truth. The beauty and the things that we see in each other is really a reflection of what is within us. So when you look at somebody and you say, this person is amazing, this person has great energy, they're inspiring, they're motivational, they're beautiful, right? That is you. That is a reflection of who you are, showing you the possibilities if you choose to take them, right? If you choose to take on that task, that journey. But because we are so distracted, right? Things are covering up our own potential, your own truth, then you are just stuck in a space of stagnation, which isn't life at all. So I want you to break free, and I want you to understand clarity on a whole nother level. Gain clarity about your figuring out your purpose. And then once you figure that out, move through life with clarity as to what your purpose is. Okay? You must maintain a sense of alignment, all right? A sense of recognizing that you're here to do something. Now, I don't mean do something like watch TV, right? Watch things on your phone. That's enjoyable. And sometimes that's a good way of escapism, but it isn't really what you're here to do. And so you have to recognize that there is something for you to do here. You have to figure that out. And once you figure that out, then you have to figure out how to do it. Right? And the hard part for many of us is dealing with those moments of uncertainty, dealing with those moments of where the ego comes in with his voice and saying, well, maybe we should stop. because this is hard. This is a struggle. This is something that doesn't feel good. This involves us changing too much. You have to face those moments of uncertainty with focus and recognize that there really isn't another option. Think about it this way. If you have a clear purpose and you fulfilling your purpose means your happiness, your fulfillment, your joy throughout the remainder of your life. And somebody says, well, you can always just stop and quit. Are you really going to quit? Because what is the alternative? The alternative is pain, suffering, depression, anger, bitterness, right? So it's not an option for you to feel like you need to quit or to feel like you cannot do this, because the simple fact that you have these ideas, you have these moments of curiosity about trying something, you must pursue them, because that is your consciousness leading all aspects of who you are to the understanding of purpose. And then once you have gotten that to that point, then you can move forward in fulfilling that purpose. So managing the alignment of who you are and all aspects of who you are is very important, because it is the thing that's going to help you to get through those uncertainties. You know, it's going to help you to even see those uncertainties as just minor inconveniences that really have no significance and won't even come close to stopping you, because you recognize stopping is just not an option. Success is the only option. All right. So recognize your purpose is constantly evolving as far as you understanding it, developing it, being it. Okay. It doesn't stop. There comes a point of clarity, but you will continue as you evolve, as you expose your purpose. But recognize that in life, essentially, you must be purpose driven. You must live on purpose. You must do things on purpose. Purpose can mean you know exactly what your purpose is, but it can also mean that you know that you have to figure it out. So make sure, out of everything else, you live on purpose, in purpose. Thank you so much. Feel free to go to drabundant.com, subscribe to my daily newsletter, and get access to this free ebook, The Power Within. Continue to join me on this journey. Peace and abundance always.